નમસ્કાર, હું આદર્શ છું. વેલકમ ટુ આદર્શ એજ્યુકેશન સોસાયટી.
Hello students, today we will study about the solution of a quadratic equation by completing the square method. This is the topic of standard 10, chapter number 4, quadratic equations. So in previous class we have studied about the solution of quadratic equation by factorization method. So this is the second method to solve the quadratic equation, and that is the completing the square method. Now here there is a question that how to complete the square. So to solve this, let's take an example. First of all, we will see one of the identity, that is of complete square, right? That you have already studied. If we have suppose x plus a square, then we can write down it as x square plus 2xa plus a square. That means the square of first term plus sign 2 into first term into second term and plus second term square. Or if there is a minus sign, then only this middle term will be minus. Last term will remain as it is. So we can say that this is a complete square of this 3 term. And notice that here there is x square. Only one variable is there and the maximum power is 2. So this is a quadratic equation and this is a quadratic expression, and its complete square we can write down it as x plus a or x minus a whole square. So here x is in the bracket of square. Here x, where is x? X is in the bracket whose square is there. Okay, so if we can set this type of quadratic equations, then we can write down it as complete square by this, in this way. So first of all, let's take an example. Suppose we have a quadratic equation x square minus 9 is equals to 0. To find the value of the solution or to find the value of x, it is simply we can take this 9 to the right hand side, it will become minus. So here we get x square is equals to 9. Now we want to find the value of x. So by taking the square root both the side, here we will get the value of x. By taking the square root, left hand side we will get x and right hand side we will get 3, because 9 is the square of 3. But here also we get the another value of x, that is minus 3, because 9 is the square of minus 3 and 3. So 9 is a complete square of the 3. X square is the perfect square of x. So if we have both the side perfect square numbers or expression, then we can we take the square root both the side and find out the value of variable x. So this thing we have to do now for the 3 terms, with the expression which have 3 terms. So let's take one another example. Here we have x plus 2 whole square minus 9 is equals to 0. Here also we have given the perfect square of this x plus 2. So we can directly take whatever here to the right hand side, and by taking the square root both the side, we can find out the value of x. So by taking this to the right hand side, what will happen? X plus 2 whole square is equals to 9. Now by taking the square root both the side, what will happen? This x plus 2 remains as it is. This 9, square root of 9 is again either 3 or minus 3. So we have to take both the values. We have to compare both the values. So this side we will get x plus 2 is equals to 3 or x plus 2 is equals to minus 3. Now by taking this 2 to the right hand side, what will happen? We get the value of x is equals to 1. Here also by taking this 2 to the right hand side, we will get the value of x is equals to minus 5 because minus 3 is already there. So two values or two solution we get here, x is equals to 1 and x is equals to minus 5. Okay, now what will happen if we do not have given perfect square number, like in this example we have given this and in this example we have given this. And let's suppose we have given this type of equation, x square plus 4x minus 5. Then you may wonder, by knowing that this x square plus 4x minus 5 is the question we have earlier seen, that is x plus 2 whole square minus 9. Okay, see how this will happen. This x plus 2 whole square we can write down is as x square plus 4x plus 4 and minus 9 as it is. So by simplifying both these, we will get x square plus 4x minus 5. Okay, so now what will happen? We have given this type of question which is not a perfect square. So to make this expression as a perfect square, we have to put down some values here. Okay, so by doing this, we will get this equation, x square plus 4x plus 4 minus 9. Okay, by considering this three term, now we can write down it as x plus 2 whole square minus 9 will remain as it is. And as we get this, now we can solve this question in this way. Okay, so this is the process to complete the square. To understand this thing, let us see one of the examples. Okay, okay, so now we will study the question number 1 of exercise 4.3. This is the actually sub question number 1. So the question is 2x square minus 7x plus 3 is equals to 0. And we have to find the solution by the completing the square method. So here we can notice that the first term is not a complete square. So we have to first of all make this first term as a complete square number. So we can do two things here. Either we can divide all this equation by 2. By doing this 2 will cancel out, only x square is remain, and x square is a perfect square number. Another thing we can do here is we can multiply the whole equation by 2. By doing this, we get the first term as 4x square, and 4x square is again the perfect square number. So we will use the second method here. Multiply by 2. By multiplying by 2, we will get here 4x square minus 14x plus 6 is equals to 0. Now notice here, now what we have to do is, this is a perfect square, so we can write down it as 2x whole square. Now remember the identity. What is the second term is? Here the minus sign, so we have to put down minus. According to the identity, the middle term will be 2 multiplied by first term multiplied by second term. Now we do not have the second term. So what we have to do? We just have this 2 and 2x right now. Okay? Because the perfect square, this is perfect square and square root of 4x square is 2x. So 2 multiplied by 2x. Now what we have to do is, here we have middle term as a 14x and here what we'll have 4x. To make it 14x, what we can do? We can multiply here with 7, but by just multiplying 7 we will get 7 to the 14 to the 28. So we have to again divide by 2. So what we will do? We multiply this 2 into 2x with 7 by 2. Why we do this? Because we do not want to change the value of 14x. See here, if this 2 and 2 will cancel out, 7 to the 14, x will remain as it is. So by doing this, we do the two things. We do not change the value of 14x. We write down it as in another form. And second thing we do here is we set the middle term. Okay? We set the middle term. So now what will be the third term? Now you can understand that this 7 by 2 will be the second term, or 7 by 2 square will be the third term for the identity. So What we'll do? Square of the first term. Here this is a perfect square, so we write down it as 2x whole square. What will be the middle term? 2 into 2x, because first term we have, so we can write down it as it is. But third term we do not have, so we cannot write down here is the square root of the third term. So what we do? We do not change the value of this 14x and write down it is another form, that is 2 into 2x we already have. We put only 7 by 2 in the multiplication. So you can notice that if this 2 and 2 will cancel, only 14x will remain. So what will be the third term is 7 by 2 whole square. But here there is nothing like this. So whatever we have add, we have to subtract minus 7 by 2 whole square. And this plus 6 remains as it is. So now what will happen? This will cancel. So there is no this type of terms are there, and the simplification of this is 14x. So we do not change anything in this. We just write down it in another form. Now what will happen? This first term, second term, and third term will be the perfect square of 2x minus 7 by 2 whole square. So this three term we can write down it as like this. And what we have to take this 7 by 2 to the right hand side and this 6 to the right hand side. Whatever remaining after the completing the square, we have to take to the right hand side. So this 7 by 2 whole square will gives us 49 upon 4, and this plus 6 becomes minus. This is minus, that is why it will become plus. Now simplify both the sides. This will remain as it is. By taking the 4 as LCM, we will get 49 minus 6 4s are 24 upon 4. So this will remain as it is again. Now 49 minus 24 is 25. 25 upon 4. 25 is a perfect square of 5 and 4 is a perfect square of 2. So we can write down it as 5 upon 2 whole square. Now you can notice that both the side there is a square. So by taking the square root both the side, we will get 2x minus 7 by 2 is equals to 5 upon 2. Or 2x minus 7 by 2 is equals to minus 5 upon 2. Because this is a square, so the square root of this will be either plus or minus. Now we will simplify both the side and find the value of x. So here by simplification we will get 2x, this 7 by 2 is right hand side by taking 5 by 2 plus 7 by 2. And 2x is equals to we get 12 upon 2. So 12 upon 2 is 6. Again this 2 to the right hand side, it will go in the denominator. So we will get the value of x is equals to 3. 6 upon 2, that is why x is equals to 3. Now comparing this minus 5 by 2, we will again by taking this right hand side, we will get 2x is equals to 7 by 2 minus 5 by 2. So 2x is equals to 2 upon 2, 2 upon 2 is 1, 2x is equals to 1, so the x is equals to 1 by 2. So these are the two solutions, x is equals to 3 and x is equals to 1 by 2. So in this way, we can find out the solution by completing the square method. You have to just concentrate on this step, right? How to complete the square, that is the important. Okay, so this is all about this lecture. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for joining us.